So we'll venture into this cave here, and we'll meet like the dying grandfather of this Dina guy. Dina woman. Oh my good grief, Dina woman. There he is, Grandfather Tao. You can just talk to him.
Ah, you have come, and in spite of your father's orders, I respect his feelings, but there are things that I must tell you while there is still time. As you know, the Citadel of Mo was built during the reign of your great-grandfather, the architect. Now, he had a Saurian friend named Gra, who knew the mysterious secret of the Citadel's construction.
And this is like the central piece of information which we'll need in order to find out how we can build citadels in other parts of the world. Because we have to communicate with the dinosaurs in one way or another. Because they have to build the citadels. Well, they have to help us build the citadels. So we have to find out how to communicate with them, and eventually we will.
But when the enslaver, your grandfather, came to the throne, Gra was hunted down with the others.
The enslaver left him to die deep beneath the citadel in the crypts of Abandon.
And the crypts of Abandon is basically where we'll need to go.
You must go to the crypts.
Okay, well, I just told you, but anyway.
She knows the way, and she understands those who meet.
It is true. I have the gift of understanding those who speak.
Gra is dead, but his secret lies with his remains in the crypts of Abandon. You have come of age, Adam. You must do what your father has never been willing to do. Before I depart this life with it, you can call.
Grandfather Tao will know peace amongst the...
We basically got this shell, well, what is it, how do you call it? Good grief, I mean, I'm not native English, and most words that I know them, but this is a shell, isn't it? Well, anyway, seashell or something like that. With it we can communicate with Grandfather Tao if we are in trouble. So it's basically the help function of the game. If you use this thing on your own character, then you'll get a hint. So that's basically the use. There's also a dagger here.
Grandfather,
and
that's the proof. Like your ancestor, the architect.
You'll have to take it with you. Just don't forget it, because you'll need it later on. Okay, so now we are back in the Citadel, and we'll have to go into this room. But
I cannot follow you into that room.
Dina doesn't want to follow us into the room because she's scared, and I can understand why, because there's this guy here called the Executioner, and he has no tongue, so he's very scary. So basically, what we have to do is we have to settle her, we have to convince her to join us into the room. And we have that item already. It's this amulet we got from Monk. So just give the amulet to Dina.
I feel brave enough to go.
And now we can enter the Executioner's room. And why do we need to go into the Executioner's room, you might ask? Well, the Executioner has a present for us, and it's a present you might remember for eternity, because it really is fantastic.
I can explain what Jabba the Executioner says. When he was no more than a boy, his tongue was cut out by the enslaver. He is giving you a gift.
Wow, we got a tooth from him. Unbelievable. Anyway, we need it to continue, because when we enter this area with Monk...
Good day.
Dina, it's too long since I saw you last. I heard your...
Grandfather Tao's spirit has traveled to the Valley of Mists. Adam and I were with him.
Oh,
And there's this amulet here, where you can look, what is it, a tablet? You can look to the tablet, but
This tablet was taken from Wukong, the captured Kirin.
you can't do much with it now, but eventually we'll have to use it. Now go to the skeleton over here, and as you can see there's one tooth missing. So now it's up to you. I'll just give you a few seconds to figure out this puzzle, because it's very hard. We just got a tooth from the executioner and there's a tooth missing here. So what should we do? Let's just try it, shall we? My goodness, it's a secret passageway to the catacombs. Good grief. So let's enter. There's some staircases here. It looks quite nice, I think, and quite scary. And just listen to the music.
I cannot enter this place, even with the talisman.
Okay, so we entered the cave here, and there's like a dinosaur here. I don't really know. Well, Dina's there. I mean, it was just some kind of trick. She wanted to see if we were brave enough to enter the
When he
room.
died, I suppose Tao was afraid that someone might discover the way into Gra's cell. And I followed you here, Adam. You had to pass the test.
Okay, so there's this there's this thing,
I
a
haven't
prism.
seen that prism. Grandfather said it could be you.
We'll need it later. We can't really talk to this thing, but there are some markings, some drawings on this wall,
These
and then there's a story by Dina,
the building once that they
and eventually
So, the Citadel, your father is a good.
we'll get
Now
this
that you've learned the architect's secret,
flute, and
I
it's
can give you his flute. You must use it to build.
this is the
Citadel.
basic tool we need in order to build citadels, because with the flute we can communicate with the dinosaurs. I mean, we play the flute, and Dina, she will understand what the dinosaurs say in turn. So with Dina's help we can talk to the dinosaurs, and I believe we will now switch back to Eloy, who will tell his story.
And so Adam learned the great secret. He now knew what must be done. Men and dinosaurs had to learn to trust each other and work together to free the land from the tyranny of Marcus Rex.
Okay, so now with this prism and with the flute we can head back, and we can
Adam,
talk
I
to
found an interesting
Monk.
prism, I remember my.
May I
And if we use, oh my goodness, I hate this part. If we use the prism on this tablet, there will be like an unskippable cutscene of like 3 minutes, and you'll see Marcus Rex, and he's like the lead. Well, I don't like his character because it's a bit childish. I think they should have done better. I mean, it's an old game, and perhaps at that time it was the best they could do. But he's just not scary. But anyway, we have to use the prism in order to look through this tablet. And there is Marcus Rex. I mean, he's not scary. I mean, come on.
Well, human, look. And no fear. You think there is safety in low. Walls will not save your life. Nothing lives if I say it shall die. Already my warbands march and shed blood. Soon your brittle little bones will bleach beneath the tyrant's sun.
Oh well, it's a lot shorter than I recalled, but perhaps when I was younger I hated this part even more, because it's so